Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hudson Middle School soccer field here today, where we have our Big Rivers Conference game with the hometown Hudson Raiders in the all-whites versus the Eau Claire North Huskies in the powder Columbia blue uniforms today. You can see Santi Vergara there in the near side, and number 7 is Willie Douglas with the broken arm there on the right, and Colton Prater, number 2. Hudson is on the defensive, and Eau Claire North is ready to kick off, and they do. Center midfielder number 15 has it for North. That's Paul Nash, Captain Paul Nash for North. Trying to get it down the right wing there. Number 2 for Eau Claire North is Logan Podolak, number 10. He's a sophomore midfielder. Hudson will take the throw in. Ball going out the touchline there. Dylan Ferreira switches fields over to Chase Blackman, number 5. Blackman gets it to the center midfielder there, Quinn Zacharias. Zacharias gets it back to Blackman. Blackman dribbling, has time and space, not a lot of pressure there. Number 7 for North is Braden Pick, a junior captain for the Huskies. Dylan Ferreira with the left foot sends it up to the midfield there. Zacharias gets it over to number 2, Colton Prater. Prater sends the ball, trying to get it up to Santi Vergara there. Santi wasn't able to maintain possession of that ball, and that's number 7 again, Braden Pick with the ball for North. Plays the ball back to their defender. Willie Douglas slips. Captain, again, number 15, Paul Nash has the ball, gets it up to number 7 for North, Braden Pick. And back with the ball for Hudson there is number 15, Alex Lean. Lean sends the ball out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for the Eau Claire North Huskies. Number 1 for North is Efrain Sueldo, a senior midfielder. Gets the ball in. Number 9 for Hudson is Sam Schultz. Sends that ball up to Colton Prater. Prater with the ball, dribbling fast. Pressure from Memorial. Ball gets over to Willie Douglas. Nice bit of footwork there from Douglas. Chips the ball up and over to number 10, Santi Vergara. Vergara up in the top of the box there with an opportunity. Passes it off to the side to Willie Douglas. Willie on the right flank there, drawing near the end line. Crosses the ball in front of the goal face, and that's stopped by the goalkeeper there for North. Goalkeeper's number 26, Jordan Hayes, a junior goalkeeper for North. Coach Solom grabs that out-of-bounds ball, tests the pressure of the ball, thinks it's a little light of air, I think. You can tell Coach Solom is saying put a little air in that ball on the sideline there. North has the ball on the right flank there. Number 2 for North is Logan Podolak again. Dispossessed by Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira gets it to Sam Schultz. Back to Ferreira on a good give and go there. Dylan still with the ball. Tries to get it up on top to Willie Douglas and does. Douglas on the left flank now brings the ball into the box area. Douglas has a little bit of contact. Tries to get the ball to Vergara and does. Santi gets a shot but hits the backside of a North defender there. Douglas gets dispossessed. Number 7 for North has the ball again, Braden Pick. Senior captain Braden Pick, going to be one of their better players. Colton Prater is going to get called for a foul there. Ball gets spotted down. Number 1, Efrain Sueldo for North will take the free kick here as their left back. Good lofted ball and deep, crosses the center line, headed out of bounds there by number 2, Logan Podolak. Chase Blackman with the throw for the Hudson Raiders. Drops the ball down to Schultz. Sam Schultz gets the ball up to the center midfield to Quentin Zacharias. Zacharias with the ball there. In the midst of 2 defenders, dishes it off to right back, Chase Blackman. Sam Schultz gets the ball back, switches fields over to Dylan Ferreira. Dylan signaling that he's going to send it upfield, but takes a short ball there over to number 6. That's Cole Little at the left back. Little has the ball here on the left flank right now. Tries to chip the ball up and in, top of the box there. Santi Vergara is there. Ball's going backwards though for Hudson. Chase Blackman has the ball now. Sends it to the right flank to Vergara. Santi lifts one up, headed by Willie Douglas, up and over the net there. He bangs that cast with his good hand there. Willie was upset that he didn't head that thing down and into the net. Great scoring opportunity. Santi Vergara sends a terrific ball up and into the goal box area there, and Willie Douglas charging in, got a head on it and just hit it a little high up and over the netting there. It's going to be a goal kick here for Jordan Hayes, goalkeeper for the North Huskies. Ball is well short of midfield there, but North does maintain possession. Pick has the ball. Sends it to teammate Paul Nash there. Nash with the ball as a center forward there. Tries to get the ball to the right flank there, and Cole Little sends that ball up to the side there. Dylan Ferreira with the ball for Hudson from the back. Goes up and over, trying to get a ball up and over to Willie Douglas. Douglas used good speed and good use of the body there by Willie Douglas. Temporarily wins the ball. Santi Vergara turns with the ball now, fires a shot in. It goes a little bit left, leaves the ball out on the top of the goal box here. Willie Douglas had a shot. Georgie Newton and now has the ball. George sends the ball back to Zacharias. Zacharias still in the box with the ball against two defenders. Zacharias sends the ball back to the outside flank. Cole Little sends it over to Sam Schultz. A good soul roll and spin from Schultz. Good cut back again. Schultz still maintaining the ball. Chips it up toward the goal. Vergara has an opportunity there. Ball gets touched away by number 1, Efren Sueldo from North. And Vergara sends the ball back in with his left foot to the top of the box area. Colton Prater there near the ball. Oh, Prater goes down. I think that was a foot to foot or foot to shin. And Prater got the worst of that, hobbling a little bit with that right leg. Hudson's going to get the free kick here on the foul to Prater. Prater is definitely in some distress right now. He's going to try and run that off. Willie Douglas, number 7 for Hudson, the senior forward and captain, is going to try to create some offense with this free kick. Douglas chips the ball in. It's headed out by North. Sueldo for North has the ball down at his feet. Tries to lift it to their midfield, intercepted by Chase Blackman. Blackman sends the ball to the top of the penalty box. Number 3 for Eau Claire North, Drake Sarkowskis sends that ball out. Chipped back in. Goalkeeper Jordan Hayes gathers that one in and gets ready to punt the ball away. Better punt there by the goalkeeper. Ball's touched out of bounds by number 6 for Hudson, Cole Little, the sophomore defender. Throw in for North down the sideline. Dylan Ferreira has that ball, sends it over to teammate Alex Lean. Number 2 for Hudson is Colton Prater, sends that ball back to Blackman. Blackman gets the ball back to Prater. Playing a two-man game here. Blackman and Prater, and Blackman tries to chip the ball up and in. Ball goes out of bounds out the touch line there on the side, and it'll be Eau Claire North's throw-in. North takes the throw-in. Zacharias defending. Brandon Pick has the ball right now at his feet, trying to create some space. Double team by Blackman and Prater. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be North's throw-in. And the ref reverses that call, gives it back to Hudson. Blackman takes the throw, headed by Santi Vergara upfield toward Willie Douglas, but the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be North's ball. North takes the throw, back to Zacharias with the ball. Number 11, ball on his feet, Captain Quinn Zacharias. Griffin Zacharias, I should have said. Ooh, that was an opportunity. Boy, the ball comes across. Goalkeeper Jack Gallagher, number 12 for Hudson there. Definitely benefited by a missed touch by North right in front of the goal. Keeper was unbalanced, and the North player had an empty netter if he could have just got a foot on it and touched the ball in, but he missed it completely. Ball goes out the end line. It's going to be a Hudson Raider goal kick there. Blackman sends it up to Lean. Lean sends the ball to the midfield there. North had it temporarily. Colton Prater runs onto the ball, chips the ball up toward Santi Vergara on the right wing. North dispossesses, but Santi with a good bit of shielding there ends up winning that ball. Willie Douglas ate up the space of Santi Vergara there. Douglas should have just let Vergara handle that ball, as he was doing quite well. Ball goes out of bounds off North here. They're going to give the ball to Hudson, and they do. Sam Schultz, number 9, tries to throw it in, but there's going to be substitutions on the field probably for both sides here. You see Vergara, number 10, for Hudson taking off, and we'll have a new right forward coming in. So subbing in for Hudson, you may have heard the field announcer announce number 24, Drew Osterhuis for Hudson. Willie Douglas, a nice flip over the defender there, still maintains possession of the ball. The ball's on the end line there, but no angle for the shot. And goalkeeper Jordan Hayes has an easy ball, bounces it down once, picks it up, and then distributes the ball out to number 11 for Eau Claire North, Eric Skifstad, junior midfielder for the North Huskies. Ball gets sent down into outside out of bounds here, and Gallagher throws that ball out as they get another ball to throw in. Ball is put into possession there. Hudson has the ball up on top. Ball's knocked out by a North defender. That's going to be a corner kick. Actually, looks like it went right out of bounds off the Hudson player, and it's going to be a goal kick for North here. Jordan Hayes, goalkeeper number 26, will take that goal kick. High lofted ball there. George Newton aggressively attacking that ball. Stays with North. Dylan Ferreira, number 8, is defending, running right with number 11, Eric Skifstad for North. And Skifstad is going to take the throw in after the ball went out the touchline on the right there. He passes it back. Going to have a defender take it. That'll be number 4. That's John Quaranta for North, who will be taking it. Marginal throw there. Ball's lifted in, though, top of the box. Colton Prater for Hudson is there, defending with a North player, but Prater gets the best of that and drives the ball up and out of bounds toward Osterhuis. Osterhuis battling for the ball. North maintains possession. Willie Douglas back checking there on number 1, Sueldo. Ball goes out of bounds off of Sueldo, number 1 for North, and Hudson has the ball. Ball's thrown in, trying to get it to Douglas. Douglas has it on the right corner there for Hudson. Taps the ball back. Has the ball in his left foot now, looking for someone to play. Plays it with his right foot to the center midfielder for Hudson. Ball comes back by North. Number 9, Sam Schultz, is the one battling for the ball. Fights through, wins possession temporarily. Prater now with the ball. Prater with the ball, taking it to the right corner. Ball gets a good slide tackle by number 2 for Eau Claire North. That's Logan Podolak. Podolak did a nice slide tackle, sent the ball out of bounds. Hudson took the throw, but that ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a North throw in now. So this is Efrain Sueldo again for North. Drops it with a short pass, back and forth, and they just kick it out of bounds. That was too easy for Hudson. Chase Blackman, number 5, ready to take the throw in for Hudson, and does. Tries to go toward Osterhuis. Big, strong kid up on the top now, number 24. Gets dispossessed, though. 15 for North is Paul Nash again with the ball temporarily. Sends it out to number 9 for North, and that's Darton Weaver. Ball goes out of bounds. Ball's going to be thrown in by North, up and over the head of Newton, and ball goes back to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira plays it back to Cole Little. Cole Little, number 16, has the ball, chips it up and toward the center of the field there, but it's headed back in by North. 15 has the ball for North. Paul Nash trying to mount some form of attack here. Osterhuis up on top, trying to win the ball back for Hudson. Not a lot of ball control here, folks. Ball going back and forth. Zacharias trying to get the ball out to Prater, number 2, and does. Prater turns and finds a defender back there, and that's Sam Schultz, I believe, number 9, with the ball, sends it forward. Prater fighting for the ball again. Does maintain possession there. Chips it up and into the forwards, trying to get it to Willie Douglas, but Douglas was on the right, and the ball was to the center, easily taken over by North. North just sends that ball out of bounds. Blackman with the ball here. Blackman gets the ball up to the right flank for Willie Douglas. Douglas makes a nice cut past one defender. And Sueldo, the defender for North, kicks it out the end line there, and that should be a corner for Hudson, and it is. Willie Douglas, the senior captain, will be taking this. Free kick here. Number 2, Colton Prater, is going to go short for 2v1 action on this play. So Douglas goes to Prater. Prater back to Douglas. Douglas on the outside of the penalty box there, gets it on the top of the penalty box, takes a left-footed kick there. Diving save, and ball is just laying out on the 6-yard line. Oh, Hudson has a great shot there. I didn't catch the number on the left wing there on the rebound. Ball's just laying on the top of the 6-yard line area there. Hudson on the second opportunity had their best chance to score yet, and a driven ball gets sent 3 feet over the netting there, and sure wish that would have went into the back of the net for a goal, but it does not. The score is still 0-0 between the Hudson Raiders and the Eau Claire North Huskies here. Douglas with the ball on the right flank again, trying to mount another attack here. Tries to tap it past Sueldo and get around him, but can't do that. Ball goes out of bounds off Sueldo. Willie Douglas to take the throw. Even with that broken hand, he takes that throw, gets it to Zacharias. Griffin Zacharias, number 11, sends the ball out to the left flank there. That goes out to Lean. And Lean gets it to Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz trying to thread the needle there and can't. North intercepts that ball. Sueldo with the ball, tries to get it upfield, sends it off Chase Blackman's shins, and North will take that throw in. There's Sueldo with the throw for North. Headed by Blackman. Ball's on the right touchline for Hudson. Number 15 for Hudson, Alex Lean is a defender back there. Nice bit of defense, but the ball did go off Lean there. Chase Blackman thought it should have been Hudson's, but the ball went off Lean. Blackman gets the ball back into Prater. Prater back to Lean with the ball. Lean over to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira backpedals. Left-footed ball, sends it up, trying to get it to the midfield there, but goes right to North. Ball's intercepted by Lean. Lean gets the ball out to Zacharias. Zacharias, number 11. Poor pass is intercepted by North. Little gets the ball back up to George Newton, and Newton gets the ball to Willie Douglas on the left flank now. Douglas pretty fast and normally gets some clean air and open space there. This time defended from the back. Ball is touched out of bounds by the defender. It's going to be another corner kick for the Hudson Raiders as Douglas goes to the opposite side of the field this time. He's going to put the ball down on the corner, and someone I'm sure will go short for the 2v1 action. That's Colton Prater again. Actually, Prater setting up to take this kick. So that means they're probably going to loft this ball into the 6-yard line area in the goal box. Prater with the ball, lofts a high arcing ball right over the top of the goal box and out of bounds without being touched. Got to have a better effort than that to drop that ball somewhere near an opportunity for Hudson, and that ball just got sent all the way across the goal face and out of bounds without even being touched. Jordan Hayes, goalkeeper for Eau Claire North, backing up 15 yards to take this ball. And the goal kick comes and is up and away. Headed down by George Newton, but not controlled. Ball's going to go out of bounds, I believe, and it does. It's going to be a throw-in for North. Referee blows his whistle there, and I believe there's going to be substitutions for North. I think that was John Quaranta who was going to take that throw. Not happy about being taken out and subbed. Throw taken by North. Headed down. Zacharias for Hudson has the ball at his feet. Right-footed ball to the center of the field. Intercepted by Braden Pick there. Zacharias gets the ball back. Prater with the ball for Hudson now, number 2. Prater, the young freshman, playing for the Hudson Raiders, playing quite well. Prater turns the ball one way, then turns upfield, passes the ball to Newton, and Newton with the ball on his feet. Gets past one defender. Bottom of the box there, sends the ball out to the top of the 6-yard line there. No, the ball is shot by another Hudson Raider there. Up and over the last couple cases there. Hudson Raider offensive players get that ball in the between the goal box and the penalty box line there, between the 6 and the 18-yard line. And all right, now we're developing a trend of putting that ball 3 to 5 feet over the net. Instead of keeping that ball low. Easy way to solve that problem. Just get your chest over the ball, and if you stay bent over, that ball stays down. Ball's on the Hudson side of the field. Dylan Ferreira, senior captain, number 8 with the ball now, sends that out to number 6, and that's Cole Little on the left side there. Number 15 for North, Paul Nash has the ball there, gets it to Pick. Pick sends the ball back to Sueldo. Sueldo gets the ball with his left foot, trying to get that ball to Nash in the middle, but Chase Blackman intercepts, gets the ball to Dylan Ferreira. Dylan trying to switch fields there, decides to go straight up with the ball there to Drew Osterhaus, number 24. Osterhaus, let's see if the foot skills can help him here. Osterhaus sends the ball out to the side. Shot comes into the goalkeeper to Jordan Hayes there. Hayes will punt this ball away for the Huskies. On one bounce, Cole Little heads the ball. Griffin Zacharias, keep wanting to call him Quinn. That's the older brother. Cole Little has the ball, gets it to Blackman. Blackman loses it to Braden Pick. Braden Pick tries to slot a ball there to a teammate. It's intercepted by Dylan Ferreira. Dylan calm and coolly sends that ball out to his left midfielder there, Mr. Colton Prater. Prater has the ball now, number 2, chips it up and over to the top. Santi Vergara stayed on side. Vergara has an opportunity to go to goal, gets a shot off, but again, just like the last 2 shots for Hudson, up and over the bar there. And Vergara took that ball a little too far to the right, I think, ended up having kind of a bad angle. And when you're ahead of that last defender, I would start heading to the goalie and try to unbalance him and pass the ball into the back of the net. Instead, we get a little bit of buck fever, and we take that shot that goes well over the bar instead of into the back of the net. Goalkeeper Jordan Hayes going to set this ball down for the goal kick for the Huskies. Zacharias gets the ball to Colton Prater. Prater tries to chip a ball to Willie Douglas, headed down by the North defender. Hudson pushes the ball back into the Hudson attacking third. Douglas had the ball momentarily. He's fighting with the ball yet. Gets shoved down. Hudson's going to get a free kick at the spot of that foul. 17 just coming into the game for North. Roy Schimmel shoved down Willie Douglas. Douglas sets down that ball. Douglas and Dylan Ferrara are talking about strategy here. So Douglas and Prater are going to approach that ball on an indirect kick. That ball's going to need to move before a goal can be scored. So Douglas may touch this one to Prater or vice versa. Ball gets passed from Douglas to Prater. Prater trying to lift the ball into the box area, and North clears that ball out. Ball's headed down by Hudson, intercepted by North. North slots the ball up. Number 9 for North with the ball right now is Darton Weaver. Weaver sends that ball up into the Hudson goal box area. Jack Gallagher out of goal for Hudson, outside the penalty box area there, properly uses his feet, sends the ball out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for North. I'd like to see Gallagher have a little more composure there and be able to find a defender that's open and make a pass instead of kicking out of bounds for a turnover. Right now, North will take the ball. That's number 2 for North. That's Logan Podolak again with the ball, number 10. In support with him up on top is Captain Braden Pick. Podolak sends the ball right to Chase Blackman on the throw-in, who clears that ball up and out of the area. Willie Douglas gets a tip. Ball's headed by Drew Osterhaus down to the feet. Santi Vergara is back in, gets the ball up to Willie Douglas. He maintained his onside presence, which was good. Colton Prater with the ball now, weaves around one defender and then another. Prater is going to take a chip shot. I believe that, but it sure looked like it deflected off of North, but it must not have. They're giving a goal kick to North here. Looked like that ball may have been deflected by a North defender, which would be a corner kick for Hudson. Instead, no deflection, and the call is a goal kick for North, which I'm sure is the right call. Still tied 0-0 in the first half of this Big Rivers contest between the Eau Claire North Huskies and your Hudson Raiders. Jordan Hayes, goalkeeper for North, takes the goal kick. It's headed out of bounds by Hudson. It'll be a throw-in for the North Huskies. Keeping the ball on the left flank there. Cole Little touches the ball down to Zacharias. Zacharias gets the ball back to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira with the right foot tries to get it up to the Hudson forwards. Nobody available there. Ball gets knocked back into the Hudson defensive third. Alex Lean battling for the ball there. Goes out of bounds off of Braden Pick. Number 7 for North. It's going to be a Hudson Raider throw-in after substitutions come on the field. Players are on the field. Chase Blackman ready to take the throw and does. Blackman gets the ball to number 3, George Newton, who just came onto the field there. Vergara, number 10, with the ball for Hudson, lifts it up. A little too far, nobody from Hudson in the area there. Willie Douglas comes streaking into open space. Douglas with the ball inside, nearing the goal box there, puts the ball, trying to get a left-footed shot. Can't quite get there, turns it around, puts the ball on his right foot, sends it across the goal face there. And it's cleared, but Douglas gets it back, top of the box, shot by Vergara. And a little chip shot there by Drew Osterhaus had just missed the far side post by about 6 inches. Ball is bouncing around, and North is casually booting the ball around in the goal box area there. And that was some good opportunistic play by Willie Douglas, Drew Osterhaus, Santi Vergara, and others for Hudson that kept sending the ball back in. Here's Douglas, gets the ball to Colton Prater again on a 2v1 corner kick. Ball goes from Prater back to Douglas. Douglas with the left foot to Blackman. Dylan Ferreira chips the ball up and over the net. It seems to be the story of the game for Hudson. I believe that's the 4th ball that's been sent high over the bar, the top bar, 8 feet high, and we're hitting them about 10 to 12 to 15 feet over the bar. Jordan Hayes with another goal kick for the North Huskies. Ball goes out of bounds out the touchline on the left there. Hudson takes a quick start throw there. Georgie Newton with the ball gets it back to number 13, Sean Mountain, for Hudson with the ball, making his first appearance here. Ball goes out of bounds off of Hudson. It's going to be a throw-in for the Eau Claire North Huskies. Referee waving additional players onto the field. And North takes that throw. Tries to be headed by North. Missed the ball entirely, but Roy Schemmel, number 17, ends up with the ball at his feet. Battling for it there is Podolak. Podolak trying to get the ball upfield, and Sean Mountain's battling for the ball with Jacob Owen from North. Mountain with the ball gets it up to George Newton, and Newton, in trying to get to Douglas, can't get through the flak there by North players, mounting a defense. Aggressive slide tackle by Prater. Still has the ball, gets it up to Willie Douglas. Douglas touches it a little too far. Ball's going to go out of bounds there. Off of North, it's going to be Hudson throw in there. Vergara takes the throw back to Chase Blackman. Blackman trying to maneuver into open space, and gets it from his right foot to his left. Sends the ball up near the 6-yard line. Number 22 for Eau Claire North, Zach Deo. Tried to clear a ball and almost had an own goal there. The ball went straight back to the goalkeeper there. On a mistouch, it can go from a player to the goalkeeper. It can't be a purposeful pass back to the goalkeeper in the box there. Zacharias with the ball for Hudson right now. Tries to get it to the left flank out to Prater. Can't quite get it there. Sean Mountain, the left mid, getting it back to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira switches fields here. Gets it to Alex Lean back to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira sends it back over to Prater, number 2 for Hudson. Prater gets the ball to Willie Douglas. Douglas trying to get the ball back to Prater up on top. Prater spins around one player, still has the ball at his feet, sends it back to the top of the box to Willie Douglas. Douglas trying to dribble through 2 defenders, gets dispossessed, regains possession, gets a shot off. It goes to the goalkeeper, and Jacob Hayes makes a good stop there on Willie Douglas, who put that ball about 6 feet high into the 8-foot net there, and first real good opportunity for Hudson to score by putting the ball in the net. Chase Blackman with the throw-in for Hudson. Ball goes to George Newton, and who heads it back to number 20 for North, and that's Jacob Owen. Memorial with the ball, number 18, Lu Shi Peng Zhang, number 9, a freshman for North is in there right now. Dylan Ferreira, nice turn, gets the ball to the outside there to Zacharias. Zacharias decides to play it back to the defense there. So number 15, Alex Lean with the ball, gets that up to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira getting involved in the offense here. They may need that. They may need Dylan's foot skills to get that ball up and in for him. So number 22 just sends that ball out of bounds. Zach Deo not feeling comfortable with the pressure put on by Vergara, and ball goes out of bounds. Drew Osterhaus, number 24 here, is going to take the throw in for the Raiders and does. Deep ball into the top of the center of the goal box area there, but Hudson can't get anybody to possess that ball or get a shot off there, and the ball gets turned by North upfield, approaching the half field, and they cross the half there. Number 20 for North is Jacob Owen with the ball temporarily. 18 is Lushi Peng Zhang, that freshman again for North with the ball at his feet. North still possesses the ball here. A couple passes later, ball goes out of bounds. I think it's off Blackman. They're actually going to give the ball to Blackman. That's what I thought. I thought the ball went off a chase, and North gets that throw in. Number 6 for North there, taking that throw. Don't have a number 6 on the roster. Must have misread that number. Prater challenging for the ball and wins it. Makes a nice turn. Prater trying to send a shot in. Hits the backside of number 3. Drake Sarkoskis, another one of the captains for North on the backside there. And North possesses the ball temporarily until it goes out the end line. It's going to be another corner kick for Hudson. Hudson dominating the corner kicks early in the play here. Midway through the first half of the 45-minute half. Willie Douglas going to take this corner kick. Nobody going short, so we're going to assume he's going to chip that ball into the goal box area there. Goes all the way across to Drew Osterhaus again. Osterhaus with a flip kick back, sends it back to the box. Vergara on the top of the box with the shot. Goes to the left of the goal post there for Hudson, to the right of the goalkeeper. And that's going to be a free kick for Jordan Hayes, goalkeeper for the North Huskies. Ball gets sent up and away. Zhang fighting for the ball with George Newton, and Colton Prater ends up with it. Sends the ball back to Newton in near the top of the box. Zacharias coming onto the ball, tries to get it to Osterhaus there. Osterhaus sends it toward the flag, still maintains possession for Hudson. Brings it back out around to the top of the box. Battling there for the ball are North and Hudson players. Ball comes to the back D. Alex Lean for Hudson chips that back up into the penalty box area. Ball's headed by Willie Douglas, but goalkeeper Jordan Hayes gathers that in. Tosses the ball casually out to his left side there. Vergara battling for the ball for Hudson. Ball's touched out by Blackman. Be a throw in for North. Well, I'll be darned. They do have a number 6. I was right before, but well, here he is. Alex Ryland, a sophomore defender. Alex Ryland, the little fella. Ryland throws the ball in there, goes right up the sideline. And the defender, Alex Lean, gets the ball over to Dylan Ferreira, who sends that ball upfield. North sends it from the center out to their left side, intercepted by Santi Vergara. Santi dribbles the ball up, tries to slot one for Drew Osterhaus. Osterhaus gets a shot off goal, hit the post, came right back out. Man, that looked like a goal. I'd like to see a replay on that one. That thing looked like it went into the goal and rocketed back out. Ferreira sends the ball back up to Newton, and Newton, in approaching the top of the box, sends it back to Blackman. Blackman lifts it up and in, trying to get it to Osterhaus there. Headed out by North. Sean Mountain sends the ball to Colton Prater. Prater on the left, trying to use his footwork to evade North defenders, but one of the defenders was able to get a foot on it and touch it away. Dylan Ferreira still trying to maintain possession and does. North now gets it, and on a volley sends that ball into Hudson's defensive third. And Alex Lean sends the ball again up to Zacharias. Zacharias dishes off, trying to get it to Sean Mountain there on the left, and does. Mountain trying to get the ball back to Zacharias. Zacharias dribbles around 2 defenders. A little towed ball up to Colton Prater there on the top of the offensive effort for Hudson. Prater bringing the ball backwards to Sean Mountain, back to Colton Prater. Prater with a little right-footed chip into the box area. The ball is touched by Santi Vergara, and it's a goal by the Hudson Raiders. Colton Prater chipped that ball, and on the bounce, Santi Vergara gets a touch on that and sends the ball into the net for the first goal. So Vergara with an assist by Prater, and Hudson is up 1-0 in the 34th minute of the 45-minute half. So your Hudson Raiders lead the contest 1-0 on the goal by Santi Vergara. Ball's at the center, ready to be touched in by number 2, Logan Podolak, and number 7, Braden Pick. I'm sorry, that is going to be number 20, looks like 20, 23 maybe, can't tell here by the number there. North ready to Vergara, number 10 there, your goal scorer for the Hudson Raiders. It's going to be number 20, Jacob Owen, along with number 2 there, Logan Podolak for North, taking the kickoff. You see Osterhaus, Newton, and Vergara there in the whites for Hudson. Up with a 1-0 lead. North plays the ball back and then forward to their outside flank. And number 12 for North plays the ball back. That's Jake Echternack. Plays the ball back to his defensive partner there. Sean Mountain, number 13 with the ball, trying to send it up to the top of the box. Too far for anybody from Hudson. The ball is going to go harmlessly out the end line. And that'll be a goal kick for the North Huskies. Ryland, number 6 there, the defender for North, looks about half the size of the rest of the team. He's a little fella. Goalkeeper Jordan Hayes takes that free kick, gets it up to Podolak. Podolak's being battled for by Zacharias there. North does maintain possession, but the ball goes out of bounds off of North. Sean Mountain takes the throw-in, gets it to Drew Osterhaus. Pick has the ball for North now, trying to win the ball back from Osterhaus. Ball gets on the foot of Willie Douglas, intercepted by North. Ryland there for North. Willie trying to make a slide tackle there, misses the ball entirely. And number 12 for North, Jake Echternack, gets the ball to the center of the field. Hudson on the counterattack. Blackman to Willie Douglas. Douglas back to Sam Schultz. Schultz to Zacharias. Zacharias sends a long ball up to the top there. Too long to get the goal by a teammate there. The ball bounced once, and the goalkeeper just let it go out the end line. It'll be another goal kick for the North Huskies. Goalkeeper Hayes sets the ball down on the goal line and will take the goal kick. Goal kick's actually just a small pass to Alec Ryland there. North loses the ball, goes off of Ryland. Willie Douglas is going to take the throw for Hudson here. Sets that ball down. Probably a good idea. That big club on his right hand with the cast from the broken arm. Going to make it tough to throw in. Drew Osterhaus throws the ball into the box area there. Vergara nor Douglas can manage to control that ball, and North goalkeeper Jordan Hayes picks that ball up and punts it away. Schultz sends the ball back to Blackman. Blackman tries to get the ball up to Willie Douglas and does. Douglas tries to send a ball, and Osterhaus there challenging the goalkeeper, but Jordan Hayes comes out of his goal and makes an effective stop there. Keeper throws it over to his right flank, and North maintains possession here. Zhang with the ball. Willie Douglas thought that was an easy play until Ryland Podolak ran onto the ball there and stole it from Willie. Ball goes out of bounds off North. Going to be a Hudson throw in here. Sean Mountain, midfielder, left midfielder for Hudson, takes the throw in to Sam Schultz. Sam sends the ball back to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira switches fields. Ball comes over to Alex Lean. Hudson still maintaining possession. Nice job of maintaining possession in the back. Now the ball goes to the midfield to Willie Douglas. Douglas trying to send the ball up on top there to Osterhaus. Osterhaus with the ball now, sends it back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Newtonen has the ball, sends it in to Vergara. Vergara with the shot, and it goes wide right of the goal, and it will be a goal kick for the North Huskies. And we're ready for play again here. Jordan Hayes, goalkeeper for the Huskies, is going to take the goal kick. Prater in just back into the game there, gets the ball out to Vergara. Vergara trying to get it to Douglas. Can't quite get it there. Hudson trying to get a little too cute with the footwork there instead of making progress toward the goal, and loses the ball. However, North put it out of bounds, so Hudson took the throw in there. Ball's back. Sean Mountain trying to send a ball into the goal box area there, and it harmlessly bounces to goalkeeper Jordan Hayes. Hayes with the punt out to his right flank. Zacharias intercepts, sends it back to Mountain. Mountain trying to get it forward there. Finally does to Zacharias, battling hard with a North defender. Sam Schultz with the ball now, number 9, chips it up, trying to get it to the top, and can't quite get there. Sean Mountain now battling with number 13 for North, and that's Keegan Denke into the game for the first time. Zacharias lifts a nice ball up into the top of the box there. It's volleyed away by North. Colton Prater gets the ball to Vergara on the right top of the box. Vergara sends the ball in, but it's volleyed away by North. Oh, that was kind of a shaky save there by Jordan Hayes, goalkeeper for North, but he does make it. Game's 1-0 here. Hudson's had numerous chances, 4 or 5 chances to score. This could easily be a 4 or 5-0 game right now. North has not had a quality scoring chance. They had a mishap that almost happened where one of the North forwards had an opportunity for an empty netter but missed a ball entirely, so it really wasn't a shot on goal at all. Zacharias with the ball, trying to get it into Willie Douglas, and does. Douglas on the top of the box. Goes from left foot to the right, gets a shot off. That goes high and away to the right side of the goal. And it's going to be another goal kick for the Eau Claire North Huskies. North with the ball on their right flank, sends it up the line, cross midfield, still maintaining possession. Braden Pick had it. Hudson knocks it out of bounds. North will take this throw-in. John Quaranta with the ball, number 4 for North, sends it in, but the ball goes to Dylan Ferreira, who gets it back to Alex Lean. Lean sends it over to Chase Blackman. Blackman with the ball for Hudson now. Sends a ground ball to the midfielder, but it's intercepted by North. Ball goes out of bounds here. That should be Hudson's ball. Oh, they give that ball to North. Boy, that was pretty shaky. Alex Lean sends the ball out of bounds. This will still be maintained by North properly. Lean knocks the ball out of bounds. It's going to be another throw for the North Huskies. Approaching the half here, folks. The game is a 1-0 lead by your Hudson Raiders over the Eau Claire North Huskies. Throwing coming from the touchline on the left there. Handball committed, and it's going to be a free kick by the Hudson Raiders back in space. Ball's lifted up toward forward Willie Douglas there, intercepted by North. Ball sent back in. Douglas maybe has a one-on-one opportunity, gets knocked down by the North defender. Santi Vergara has the ball now on the right, battling Sueldo. Vergara trying to slot the ball across the center. Another shaky save by Jordan Hayes, but it is a save nonetheless. No Hudson Raiders crashing in on the net looking for that opportunity. It would have been nice. North has the ball on their right flank. Hudson intercepts that ball. George Newton in with the ball, going 1v1 against the North player. Does get by him. Newton indicates he's going to chip a ball up, but no Hudson Raiders were there. And the ball is headed out from the center of the goal box area by North. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Hudson throw. Chase Blackman ready to take the throw and does. Sends the ball to the feet of Colton Prater. Prater with the ball on his right foot. Sends the ball back to Blackman. Blackman chips the ball up and in toward the goal box area there, and it's a volley by North that sends the ball out to the half line there. North tries to send a ball through. Blackman in pursuit there. Alex Lean and Blackman playing a two-man game there to get it away from the North defenders, and they do. Douglas sends the ball up, but that's a little too close right to the goalie there. Hudson didn't have an opportunity there to compete for a quality shot. Douglas sends the ball past one defender. Colton Prater chips the ball, and you can see that bend in the wind from left to right. A little bit of a tough save for Jordan Hayes, the goalkeeper for Eau Claire Memorial, on the shot by Willie Douglas, and that's the half. 45 minutes are in the books. The Hudson Raiders lead the Eau Claire North Huskies 1-0. We're ready for the start of the second half here. You can see the usual suspects for Hudson on the field. It's Santi Vergara, number 10, is at the left forward spot. Willie Douglas, number 7, is a center forward. And Colton Prater, a midfielder, is helping Douglas with the bringing the ball in. And then George Newton in on the right flank there. Sam Schultz sends the ball back to Chase Blackman, who's still playing the right defender spot for Hudson. Hudson sends it back. Dylan Ferrara, the center back, has the ball, puts it at the feet of Sean Mountain. Sean Mountain gets it to Santi Vergara. Vergara trying to get the ball to Douglas. Douglas finally with the ball. Turns, still with the ball at his feet. Douglas trying to get the ball to Quinn Zacharias. Zacharias gets the ball back to Douglas in the center of the field. Douglas weaves past one defender. Left-footed shot. Goalkeeper pushes it off to the right there. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick for the Hudson Raiders here. Wasn't a lot of power on that shot by Douglas, but it does sneak through and makes the keeper go horizontal and get prone for that save. Prater with the corner kick for Hudson here. Chips the ball up. Oh, it's a good ball there. A little too tight to the line almost. Goalkeeper got his hand on it first, but Santi Vergara was up in the area. Aggressive play there with a head or body might have had a different result. Ball goes out of bounds off Hudson. It's going to be a Husky throw-in. Vergara with the ball. Sends it up to Douglas. Douglas on the left edge of the penalty box there. Dispossessed there by number 16 for the Huskies. That's Joe Kohler. Ball goes out of bounds. Douglas sends the ball to Prater. Prater sends the ball to the above the arc there, and that's Chase Blackman with a shot that hits the top of the post. And then it's headed by Quinn Zacharias up and over the bar again. Hudson's got some bad luck today going north of the top of the bar there. Again, Goal is 8 feet tall by 24 feet wide, and we're sending balls that are 10 to 15 feet high. Jordan Hayes, goalkeeper for North, is going to take this goal kick. Ball is up and in. Chest trap by Zacharias there, but the ball goes to North. North sends it up, but Dylan Ferreira takes that ball that goes too far and calmly touches it up to the midfield there. Midfield playing back to defense. Defense getting it back up to the midfield now. Zacharias can't control, and Sarkoskis for North has the ball. Gets it out to the left flank there to Seweldo. Seweldo back to Sarkoskis. Hudson intercepts now. Colton Prater with the ball, turns it. Hudson starts to head upfield. George Newton and up on the right flank there has the ball. He's going to try to cross that in and does. Goes off Seweldo, the North defender there, and it's going to be a Hudson throw-in in their attacking third. Throw-in comes into play, touched by Douglas. North temporarily gets a touch, but it goes back to Alex Lean of Hudson has the ball at his feet there. Now it's Sean Mountain, 13, getting it to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira plays it back to Alex Lean. Lean with the ball now with the right foot, sends it up to his right flank there. It's headed by Prater. Ball is sent up on top there to Georgie Newton, and Georgie can't quite get there, and North has the ball. Sends it toward the touchline there on the left, and Hudson knocks the ball out of bounds. Be a North throw-in. Blackman sends that ball back into play. Ball sent into the keeper there. Jordan Haynes makes another stop. Making a couple of these stops look much more exciting than they need to be. On the ground is Podolak for North. Free kick for Hudson will be taken by Blackman. Blackman sends the ball up and in. Douglas on top for the Raiders has the ball in a little bit of space. Ball comes. Oh, the ball came all the way across the goal face. Vergara trying to get a body on the ball, unable to do so. The ball goes all the way out of bounds out the touchline, and it'll be a throw-in for Quaranta for North. Another great goal-scoring opportunity there where Douglas sends a ball chest high across the goal face there, and unfortunately Santi Vergara couldn't get a body on that ball. Ball ends up going all the way across the other side of the field and out of bounds. That was a chipped ball in there, and Jordan Hayes, the goalkeeper for North, grabs it and will punt that away. Throw in for the Raiders goes to Zacharias. Zacharias touches the ball back to the thrower, Chase Blackman. Blackman twists, turns, then decides to switch fields, comes all the way across to Sean Mountain. Mountain getting the ball forward there to Colton Prater. Prater with a turn, slots the ball up to the center. Douglas trying to do a little backflip there. Gets the ball to Prater in the middle of the field there, and that ball, Prater left-handed or left-footed shot, didn't get enough on that ball, and the ball bounces harmlessly to the goalkeeper there. You can see several of the Hudson Raiders, including Colton Prater, asking for a handball there in the box, and not granted, and the ball comes back out of bounds or back into play by North. They lose the ball out the touchline. It's going to be a Hudson throw-in. Prater with the ball again, sends the ball to the right there. North with the ball. A rare occurrence when they get it into the attacking third, but they send the ball up and out of bounds out the end line there, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Hudson Raiders. Ferreira with the ball, sends a left-footed slotted ball up to Zacharias. Zacharias crosses the midfield here. Beautifully slotted ball to George Newton in number 3 on the left side of the penalty box there. Newton into the top of the box to Douglas. Douglas turns, tries to get a ball through the center to Zacharias. Shot comes in on goal, and Jordan Hayes makes another good save there. Good combination passing by the Raiders there in the penalty box area, but to no avail. Hayes makes a nice stop and thwarts the opportunity for the Raiders. Sean Mount, number 13, makes a back pass there on the throw-in to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira puts the ball on his right foot, crosses fields, goes over to Chase Blackman on the right defensive spot. Blackman sends the ball up and in right to the feet of Willie Douglas. Douglas trying to turn. He's dispossessed. They're going to call a foul on Willie Douglas there and give Eau Claire North a free kick at the spot of the foul. Number 1, Efrain Sueldo is going to take the free kick for the Eau Claire North Huskies here. Little chip out to Quaranta. Quaranta gets the ball dispossessed by Zacharias. Zacharias sends the ball up to George Newton, and Newton and back to Zacharias, trying to have a left-footed give and go there, and unfortunately Zacharias just got twisted up there and couldn't get the ball off. Would have been a great give and go. Dylan sends the ball to Mountain, who gets the ball to Prater. Ball's headed out temporarily by North. North has the ball now, trying to get it to their forwards up on top. Temporarily do, but Chase Blackman intercepts that ball. Blackman has the ball temporarily. I think they're going to call a foul on North, which was proper there. He tripped up Blackman. And Blackman's going to get a free kick here. Chase Blackman with the quick start there, sends the ball up to Willie Douglas, and Griffin Zacharias with the right foot. Beautiful combination play. Boy, pretty simple there. Free kick taken by the Hudson Raiders for the second goal of the game there, and Griffin Zacharias just touches that ball in pretty easy. Raiders now lead 2-0. So you heard Kyle Flanagan, the field announcer, call that out. The goal was by Griffin Zacharias, and the assist was by number 5, Chase Blackman. So nice ball sent in by Blackman, and on a bounce, gets touched by Zacharias into the back of the net, and Hudson leads the game 2-0. Paul Nash with the ball temporarily over to Podolak, intercepted by Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira easily sends that ball out. Gets it to Newton, and Newton sends it back to Mountain. Mountain trying to get around, sends the ball back up to George Newton in number 3. Newton again back to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira switches fields here. Gets it over to Alex Lean. Gets it out to Lean. Gets it to Prater. Prater out to Blackman. Blackman back to Lean. Lean with the left foot sends that ball up to Prater again. Prater sends the ball outside to Blackman. Blackman has the ball. Now it's intercepted by North, chipped up forward, but Dylan Ferreira has the ball. Good burst of speed by Dylan to get that ball 8 or 10 yards away from pressure there from North. Ball gets sent up to the right flank there. Santi Vergara gets a touch. He gets it up to Willie Douglas, number 7 on the top of the box. And Douglas, I believe, was called offsides. Boy, that was a pretty good-looking play, folks. Jordan Hayes for North, waiting for all substitutions to come on the field, takes the free kick at the spot of the foul there. Willie Douglas gets the ball to Colton Prater. Prater turns, gets the ball back to Douglas. Douglas hard slide tackle there, maintains possession of the ball. Back taps it to Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz chips one into George Newton, and Jordan Hayes here with the ball. Short kick by Hayes. Gets it up to Podolak. Podolak out to Quaranta. Quaranta there with the right foot. Tries to get it up and in. Headed by Zacharias. Goes out of bounds off of North. More substitutions look like they're coming on. Sean Mountain with the throw in there. Deflected by Osterhuis, trying to get it to George Newton, but the ball goes out of bounds. North will take the throw. Headed by Mountain on the feet of Newton and to Prater. Trying to get it to Osterhaus in the center. Douglas with the ball inside the box. Left-footed shot. Oh, it hits the underside of the post. Man, again, I'd like to see that on instant replay because it sure looked like it would have been a goal. But it most certainly hit the post square enough to bounce straight back out. Throw in by Osterhuis here toward the top of the box. Zacharias to Mountain. Mountain trying to get it to the center there. Goalkeeper Jordan Hayes makes that stop. Distributes the ball to his right flank. Number 11 is Eric Skifstad for North, trying to get the ball upfield. Ball goes out of bounds off of Hudson. It's going to be another throw for North. Podolak chops that ball back. And Bergner for North takes the free kick there, sends the ball up to the top of the box. Number 9 for North, Darton Weaver was there, sends the ball across. Jack Gallagher with a rare touch on the game. Gallagher's only touched the ball maybe 3 or 4 times the whole game here. Has the ball in his hands here. He's going to roll it to Dylan Ferreira there, center back for the Raiders. Ferreira gets the ball over to Alex Lean. Lean trying to send the ball out to Blackman on the right there. Gets intercepted. But Lean wins the ball back. Lean taking part in the counterattack here. Has the ball on the right flank past the half. Trying to get it up to Drew Osterhaus and does. Osterhaus trying to get it to George Newton. And Newton with a little bit of a mistouch there. And the goalkeeper, Jordan Hayes for North, slides out to win that ball. He tries to get that ball upfield. It does, ends up getting it to teammate Eric Skifstad. Skifstad tries to get it up and in. And North has the ball in the corner there. Ball goes out the touchline there. It's going to be given as a goal kick to Hudson, though. Ball goes off of North, off of Darton Weaver. And Chase Blackman now taking the free kick for Hudson, a goal kick. Blackman with a strong leg gets the ball up to center. Drew Osterhaus heads it, tries to flick it forward. North intercepts the ball there. Pick with the ball for North. Sends it up to the top to the left box there. And Lean trying to defend and does. Ball goes past Lean there, though, and Gallagher gets another touch on the ball. Shot by North. Not much of an angle there. Flat across the goal line and easy stop for Jack Gallagher. Gallagher punts the ball past midfield. North gets a touch, trying to send it up to the top for him. Intercepted by Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz gets the ball to Colton Prater. Prater goes from right to left foot. Left foot pass over to Zacharias. Zacharias over to Willie Douglas on the right. Douglas with some speed trying to bring it into the box here. Gets dispossessed by number 13, Keegan Denke for North. It's going to be a throw-in for the Hudson Raiders there. You can see Douglas trying to negotiate a throw-in with one hand. going to drop the ball there, and Drew Osterhaus is going to take this throw. Osterhaus, big, strong kid, number 24 there for Hudson. Osterhaus is a junior for the Hudson Raiders. Going to take a long run up and throw this into the box. Ball is flicked. Newton trying to get a foot on it, but can't. Sean Mountain coming into the play there. Ball goes out the end line off of Hudson, and it's going to be a goal kick for Jordan Hayes of the North Huskies. Ball's touched by the Raiders. Osterhaus gets a head on it, sends it into the top of the box. Newton running to try and get a touch on that. Doesn't. Ball goes out of bounds off North. Hudson's going to take a throw in the attacking third there. Number 8, Chase Bergner for North, watches that ball go out of bounds. See Sean Mountain, Drew Osterhaus, Colton Prater, and George Newton in there in whites for Hudson. Mountain gets the ball out to Osterhaus. Osterhaus is going to take the throw in here for the Raiders. Up and into the box, I think, again, and does. Tries to get that ball to Zacharias. Willie Douglas with the ball at his feet. Dispossessed by North. North has the ball, gets it back to Sean Mountain. Sean Mountain, nice touch there to the center to Colton Prater. Prater with the ball on the right, gets the ball out to Willie Douglas. Douglas with a right-footed shot. Must be calling offsides again here on Douglas on that right side. Looked like he was in pretty good position at the time of the kick there, but the call is offsides by the AR, the assistant referee on the right side there. Jordan Hayes takes this free kick, headed by Prater to Osterhaus to Willie Douglas. Douglas trying to get the ball on his left foot. Tries to send a shot in, goes past Jordan Hayes to the right side of the post. It's going to be another goal kick for the North Huskies. Hayes asking for a ball from the ball kids on the side and gets one. Number 8, Chase Bergner there, sends the ball back to him. Hayes sets the ball down for yet another free kick. Goalkeeper Jordan Hayes, number 26 for North there, has probably more touches than anybody on the North team today. Sends the ball to Bergner there on the right D. Bergner tries to send the ball up the field. Sends that ball to Pick. Pick sends the ball up to the right flank there, trying to get that ball to Schemmel, Roy Schemmel there. Dylan Ferreira uses his body, shields him a little bit. Schemmel gets a touch, gets it past Dylan Ferreira. Ball's on the top of the box there, a little casual by Dylan, and was dispossessed, and the ball was brought right in on goal. Just a poor effort by North once they had the ball on the top of the goal box. It was just North, a couple of North players and the goalkeeper, Jack Gallagher, and no shot on goal. Chase Blackman gets the ball here, now lifts it up, and Douglas is offsides again. Willie's got to take a look and ensure that he is not beyond that last defender at the time of the kick. North pushing it up here, trying to get an advantage. They're going to have their goalkeeper. There you see Remy Rickert, the AR on the right side as far as Hudson goes. Jordan Hayes, goalkeeper, is going to take the free kick here and does, lifts it up to the right side, but just kicks it and clears it out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for the Hudson Raiders. Missed opportunity. They send everybody up to get 11 field players, and ends up being that he just kicks it out of bounds. A little confusion there between Sean Mountain and Dylan Ferreira, who will take the throw. Mountain takes the throw, drops it down to number 4 for Hudson. In for the first time, Thomas Larea. Larea gets the ball to Douglas. Douglas gets the ball back to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira to Mountain. Mountain back to Dylan, and they're passing back in pressure. They better be a little more careful back there. Ball goes to Douglas. Douglas into the midfield there to Colton Prater. Back to Douglas. Douglas with a little speed evades one player who stays right with him, actually. Douglas now gets the ball on the right foot, sends it back to Alex Lean, number 15 for the Raiders. Lean chips a good ball to Chase Blackman. Blackman trying to get the ball out to the right there to George Newtonen. Newtonen has the ball, sends it back to Blackman. Blackman and Newtonen working in combination play out there, but not getting enough space to create a shot. Newtonen overtakes the ball there. Ball goes out of bounds off a North. It looked like that should be a corner kick, but they're giving a goal kick to the North Huskies. A couple times today, Hudson's had a player eat up the space of a player with the ball, and they've got to learn proper spacing will help each other out instead of eating the space of the other player with the ball. Jordan Hayes punts that ball, or free kicks the ball away. Gets touched by Zacharias back into the attacking third for Hudson. Newtonen chips the ball into Douglas. Can't get a foot on it. Ball rolls across the top of the penalty box there. Tries to be sent forward, and it goes off of Sean Mountain off the end line there, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Huskies. Ball goes right out of bounds off the Huskies. Going to be a throw-in for the Hudson Raiders. Sean Mountain, number 13 with the ball. Throws it into Colton Prater. Prater gets it over to Chase Blackman. Blackman tries to slot that ball through. Intercepted by North. Thomas Lorea sends that ball back. Dylan Ferreira coming onto the ball here for the Raiders. Chips it back to the center. Kind of a casual ball again. Jack Gallagher steps up and is able to clear that ball out. You really want to see a firm push pass on that ball instead of just a light chip that may not get there. Mountain with the ball, sends it back to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira there puts the ball on his left foot and sends a long ball up and forward for the Hudson Raiders. It's going to be a tough ball. Chase Blackman coming in on goal. Chase Blackman shoots and scores. Nice ball by Dylan Ferreira to Chase Blackman. It was a perfectly slotted ball by Dylan Ferreira. Made the goalkeeper question whether or not he could get it. He obviously chose that he couldn't. And at the 68th minute of the 90-minute contest, Hudson from Dylan Ferreira to Chase Blackman scores the third goal of the game, takes a 3-0 lead on the North Huskies. Podolak and Zhang for North, ready to kick off. Now down 3 goals, digging themselves a hole here. Pause in the action here. Not sure why, folks. Referee has stopped play. Now he blows the whistle. Kickoff takes place, and North has the ball. Sends a long ball up to the left flank there. That ball's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for the Hudson Raiders. Cole Little running after the ball is going to have to understand with a 3-0 lead, you don't need to sprint for that ball. Ball's chest trapped by Colton Prater, dropped to his feet. Ball now is at the feet of Alex Lean, who sends the ball up on the right flank there. Trying to get the ball out there to George Newtonen. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a North Husky throw-in. North getting the ball near the top of the arc there. Zhang with the ball, sends the ball outside to number 7, Braden Pick. Pick gets the ball back to Zhang. Oh, Zhang is pushed in the box. And that might be a penalty kick for the North Huskies from the push on the top of the box by Hudson there. Poor choice by the Hudson defensive player there, who had the North player with the ball and pushed him in the back, knocked him down. Wasn't a hard push. Maybe been a little bit of a act by the North player, but they certainly can't push him in the box like that. And North will be taking the penalty kick here. You can see the center ref coaching Jack Gallagher on what he is able to do. Referee's calling timeout here. Instructing the goalkeeper on his rights and abilities here. On the whistle, the penalty kick will be taken. And a penalty kick by Zhang is wide right. They had number 18, Lushi Peng Zhang. He's only a freshman, number 9. I'm sorry, he's a freshman, number 18, ninth grader, taking that penalty kick. I'm not sure why. He was the one knocked down, but you want your best penalty kicker taking the kick. It does not have to be the player that was fouled. Not quite sure what Coach Terry Albrecht was doing with his team on that particular call. You know, if you're ahead by 4 goals and you want to reward another player, that's great. But here we go with Colton Prater. Willie Douglas with a ball from Chase Blackman going one-on-one with the keeper. And the keeper, Jordan Hayes, makes a good stop on that play from Willie Douglas there. And that's Willie just needs to get that shot off before that keeper comes out and lands on his feet. Jordan Hayes with a good job on that play is going to take the goal kick here. Actually, the spot of the foul, they're actually probably calling offsides on Willie Douglas yet again. Ball goes out of bounds off of 2 North players without being touched by Hudson. Sean Mountain takes the throw in to Griffin Zacharias here. Zacharias with a goal on the day already. Splits 2 defenders, gets the ball to Chase Blackman. Chase Blackman's got the ball on his right foot here. Tries to slot a ball through to George Newton and can't get it through the North Husky defense. Huskies send it up. Alex Lean with the ball sends it forward to the Raiders. Thomas Lorea there with the ball now, number 4. Chips that ball up with the right foot. Nobody up on top for the Raiders up in that right forward spot that's able to get anywhere near that ball. You can see Newton in there. Number 3 was the closest, and he was 20 yards back. North sends the ball to the middle of the field there. Sarkoskis sends the ball up, trying to get it to their forwards. Goes way too far. Goes to Dylan Ferreira. Ferreira with the left foot tries to get it to his midfielder Colton Prater and does. Prater gets it to Sean Mountain. Back to Prater. Prater turns, sends the ball back to the defense there. Dylan Ferreira has the ball. Evades one player, evades the second player, gets the ball back to Prater. Prater sends the ball back to Alex Lean. Lean with the ball, sends the ball up. It's headed by Zacharias. Tried to be bodied by Willie Douglas. Douglas trying to make a play on the ball. Battling there with North's Joe Kohler for the ball. North wins that battle, but Hudson has the ball back. Thomas Lorea gets knocked down. They're going to call the throw-in. Looked to me like it could have been a foul. Substitutions coming on the field of play for both teams. Cole Little takes the throw-in, gets the ball to Zacharias. Zacharias with the ball. Good spin turn. Lifts the shot up, but it goes all the way across the goal face there. It's going to head out of bounds, and that's going to be a throw-in for the North Huskies. The ball must have went out of bounds in order to give him a goal kick there. I sure didn't see that ball go out of bounds, but it must have somewhere along the line. Hayes with the goal kick there, headed by Chase Blackman. Comes back to Sam Schultz. Sam flicks the ball back to Blackman, over to Colton Prater. Prater past 1 North defender, dribbling the ball into open space. Puts it right into the body of a North defender there. Zacharias back with the ball, trying to dish it off to Colton Prater, who makes a slide tackle to win the ball back and does. Prater evading a couple of defenders here, still has the ball on his feet, sends it to Willie Douglas. Douglas chips the ball back and out to his right side there. Cole Little has the ball, loses it to the North defender. North has the ball, fighting again. Zhang for North, who missed the penalty kick, has the ball. He tries to send the ball straight forward into Dylan Ferreira's feet. Ferreira with a good bit of footwork there. Jumps and taps that ball up. Tries to lift it up. He's got Blackman on the run. Blackman stayed on sides. Blackman with the ball, going one-on-one with the keeper. Toes that ball up and high to the upper left side of the corner of the goalpost there. That would have been a great opportunity for Blackman to do a push pass to the far post, and since the goalkeeper was dead center on that net, it could have been an easy goal to the far post, or even a push pass to the near post. Either post, 24 feet of net and only 2 feet of goalkeeper. But Hayes made the best of it by looking imposing there, and Blackman hit it up and over the net again. Hayes takes the free kick. It's another short one. It's headed by Chase Blackman again. Number 2, Podolak with the touch on the ball. Hudson wins that ball back. Colton Prater gets the ball, spins around, lifts the ball up, puts it out to the left side there to Sean Mountain. Mountain with a scissors move, gets it to Blackman. Blackman crosses the ball in. It's headed out by number 22 for North, Zach Deo. Deo still with the ball there. It's off the heels of Cole Little there. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for North. Number 16 for Hudson is also in the game. That's Nemi Spasic. Now, as you can see, Douglas is like an unbridled colt. He has been called for offsides for about the 7th time in the match here. You know, and once you establish that pattern of just running offsides, you aren't even going to get a close call after that happens 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times. Those ARs on the side see you running, and they just throw the flag up again. So you got to be careful. You got to be disciplined enough to make sure you're allowing the kick to take place before you burst forward. Hudson with the ball in control again. Blackman, number 5, with the ball. Up to Willie Douglas up on top. He is on sides this time, going one-on-one with the keeper, and puts that ball into the net. Douglas finally with the goal that he deserves for putting that effort forward. The offsides would drive most coaches a little bit crazy here, but Douglas ends up with the 4th goal of the game here. And Hudson with a 4-0 lead on the Eau Claire North Huskies. Coming into the game for Willie Douglas, number 18 for Hudson, that's Zach Biederman. Biederman is a senior midfielder, been playing a lot of years for the Hudson Raiders on the varsity squad this year. So 15, Captain Paul Nash, and number 2, sophomore Logan Podolak will be taking the kickoff for North. Down 4-0 here. Braden Pick with the ball, gets it back to his defender. Zhang sends the ball back to Pick. Pick sends the ball to the midfield there. It's intercepted by Sam Schultz. Schultz slots the ball to Nemi Spasic. Can't control the ball near him, but regains, tries to send the ball up on top to the right edge there. Can't be controlled by Biederman. Ball gets turned over to North. North with the ball on the left flank now. Cole Little battling for that ball. I believe it went off of North and should be a Hudson throw-in, and it is. Cole Little will take that ball. He does, makes the throw in there. Trapped by Griffin Zacharias. Zacharias battling with the Huskies there. Prater with the ball now. Evades Zhang temporarily. Zhang knocks the ball out of bounds. Going to be a throw in for the Raiders there. Colton Prater ready to take the throw. Trying to get that ball to Zacharias and does. Intercepted by North. Zacharias wins the ball back on the goal line there, sends it back to Spasic. Spasic trying to get a right foot shot, but didn't get any power at all on that ball. Ball goes into the midfield area there. Dylan Ferreira, number 8, the senior captain, has the ball. Give and go with Chase Blackman. Sends the ball. Dylan telling everybody he's going to loft that ball in. He didn't quite have the space. There's the lofted ball. And trying to get ahead on it, it's Griffin Zacharias there. Zacharias with a goal on the game already. Can't quite get that ball headed for a goal opportunity. Ball goes out the end line there. It's going to be a goal kick for the North Huskies. Deep into this game, and I don't think the outcome is much in doubt right now with a 4-0 lead by the Hudson Raiders. North just simply doesn't have any ball handlers or shooters. They can't maintain possession of the ball for more than a pass or two, and they have had only 1 or 2 potential scoring opportunities, and they weren't even great opportunities at that. Hudson intercepts the free kick there. Colton Prater sends the ball upfield. It's headed out by North temporarily, but Sean Mountain easily evades Zhang with the ball there. Chase Blackman sends the ball over to Prater. Prater puts the ball on his right foot, then his left, makes a turn there, and Blackman's got to give him a little bit of room here. We're eating up the space again. There's Nemi Spasic battling for a ball up on top. Got to be a little stronger on the ball. You can see he pounding his fists onto his thighs. He's a little bit upset with himself, and should be. Good opportunity for Spasic there. Nemi has older brother Alec that played a number of years for the Hudson Raider, one of Hudson Raiders' better male players in years. Alec was a good player under Coach Solom, and I think in a case like that, Alec's strength might have been able to get an opportunity to get a better shot on goal there. North bouncing the ball around in the midfield area. Hudson does intercept there. Spasic trying to get the ball out to Biederman on the right. Intercepted by North. Back and forth. Prater with the ball now gets it out to Biederman on the right. Biederman with a left foot chip up and in, going to chase Blackman. Oh, good opportunity for a header. Good ball by Biederman. Ball sent across the goal face again. And Sueldo trying to clear that ball for North. Can't quite get it out of there. North just can't string more than one or two passes together. Number 15, Captain Paul Nash there, going to give the ball back to Sueldo for the throw. Ball comes in, intercepted by Hudson again. That's Biederman over to, now it's to Blackman's feet. Blackman chips that ball into Spasic, and Spasic gets a goal. That was an excellent opportunity. And the ball gets in from Quentin Griffin. I keep wanting to call his brother's name here, but the fifth goal of the game is by Nemi Spasic, and he got into some clear air there and took a ball from Griffin Zacharias and put the ball into the far post there with a nice push pass. Good technique and a great goal by Nemi Spasic. Good to see him get that goal. Alec would have been proud of you, Nemi. There you see Spasic, number 16. Chase Blackman intercepts that ball, goes right through the heart of their defense there, gets through two players but not a third. Zhang with the ball, gets that ball outside to number 2 there, Podolak. Podolak cuts, makes a cut there on Larea, gets beside him. Ball sent into Colton Prater. Prater with the ball at his feet. Prater sends the ball back to Dylan Ferreira, the captain, senior captain of the Raiders there. Dylan has time and space, able to do what he needs to and wants to with the ball. Goes back to Prater. Prater goes to number 1 for Hudson there. That's Luke Johnson into the game for the first time. Good to see Luke Johnson getting some time. Promising young sophomore for the Hudson Raiders. North heads the ball up to the outside there. Zhang after the ball again. George Newton out there battling for the ball with him. Colton Prater gets a good twist on that ball. Wins the ball, gets it to Blackman. Blackman has a nice chip up there to Biederman. Biederman with the ball on the right, coming into the attacking third. Ball gets touched away, but Blackman comes back onto it, wins the ball, tries to get that turned, chips the ball into the box area. It's headed out by North. Coming onto the ball is number 3, George Newton, and for the Raiders, sends the ball deep to the right corner to Zach Biederman again. Biederman crosses the ball. Thomas Larea was there, but can't get a shot. No other Raiders in the vicinity. Cole Little with the ball back to Prater. Prater with the ball to George Newton, and Newton with the ball sends it out to the right flank there. Again, Biederman's there, but the North Huskies get it and turn that ball around. They get it out to their left flank there, but it's intercepted by Cole Little. Nice defense by Little there with a good give and go. Little with the ball, puts the ball in the box area to number 5, Chase Blackman. Blackman gets a right-footed shot off. It hits the post again. Hudson Raiders have had at least 4 shots hit the post here today. 5-0 game. It could be easily mercy ruled at 9 or 10 had some of those posts been just 1 or 2 inches short. North with a breakaway here, and it's Captain Paul Nash with the ball, but he sends an awful weak ball. Boy, I think Gallagher thought that was going to go wide, but it hit the post flush or even a little to the inside of the post. Gallagher kind of quit on that play, my goodness. And Zhang almost had a goal there on or Nash, Paul Nash, captain, number 15 for North, just sent a weak ball to the goal, and it rolled all the way to the post and carried back out on a rebound. And then Jack Gallagher picked that one up. Way too casual by Gallagher on that play. Almost was a 5-1 game there, but Hudson's going to want to preserve this shutout. And to do that, they're going to have to focus a little bit more for the last 5 to 10 minutes of this game here. Dylan Ferreira with the ball for the Raiders now, gets the ball to Chase Blackman. Blackman sends the ball back to Ferreira. Ferreira taking his time with that, sends the ball back to Colton Prater. Prater sends the ball over to the right. They switch fields. Zacharias there touches the ball out a little too far and loses it. North recovers the ball. Zhang has the ball, sending it up and into the box, and Jack Gallagher is there on a one bounce. He grabs that ball and will punt this away. Get it out of harm's way for the Raiders. Ball goes a little past midfield. Chase Blackman, big strong kid, trying to win that ball. Number 10 for the Huskies, K-Ing Zhang. Into the game now for the Huskies, wins that ball. North still has the ball, gets it to Podolak up on top. Podolak trying to get it to Nash, can't do it. Colton Prater wins the ball, plays it back to Dylan Ferreira. Nash wins that ball. A little bit of a lazy pass again by the Raiders there. Nash wins the ball, sends it back. Podolak chips that ball up. It's headed out by Dylan Ferreira, back down by Podolak. Podolak trying to get around Prater, but can't. 17, Schemmel with the ball now. Roy Schemmel with the ball. Nemi Spasic battling hard. Good job, Nemi. Can't quite control it. There he regains it. That away, Nemi. Gets the ball out to Chase Blackman. Blackman, number 5, gets it up to Spasic again into open space. Spasic 1 against 4. Chips the ball. Looked like a handball to me. Spasic still with control of the ball. Right foots it over to Thomas Larea. Larea gets the ball to George Newton, and Newton into Blackman. Blackman into some free space. Gets a shot off again. Blackman sends the ball about 2 yards to the left of the post off the hands of looked like it went off the hands of Jordan Haynes, but must have been a clean ball out of bounds. Haynes didn't touch it, and they're going to give a goal kick to Haynes here. Good pressure. Spasic playing well up on top right now. And Chase Blackman just feeding him the ball like a Gerber baby right now. He's just sending some great slotted balls, and Spasic doing a good job up there handling up on top. North with the goal kick here. 26, Jordan Hayes waiting for substitutions to come on. After they do, the kick is off. Prater bodies the ball down, puts it on his feet, gets the ball out to Spasic there to the left side. Ball sent out of bounds by Podolak. Podolak's played all over the field. He's back there on defense on that play. He's been in midfield, and he's been up on top. Luke Johnson takes the throw into Colton Prater. Prater with the right foot tries to get the ball to the center of the field there, and does, but the ball goes out of bounds. Number 20 for Hudson, Tristan Byers in the game right now for his first action. Quaranta takes that throw in for North, goes back to Dylan Ferreira. Dylan's going to send that back switch fields there to Griffin Zacharias. Zacharias with the ball now. Gets the ball to Larea. Larea trying to get the ball to Newton, and Newton and back to Zacharias with the ball. Ball's headed up. Tries to go to Bear, number 20 there. Zach Biederman and Tristan Bear with a little combination play on the right side there. Biederman with the throw in for the Raiders. Getting it to Colton Prater there. Prater touches the ball up in the air. They're going to call a dangerous kick there, I would imagine. That's going to be a free kick for the North Huskies. Goalkeeper Jordan Hayes will take this free kick. As I've said several times, Hayes has been the busiest guy in the field for North, and that's not a good thing. That's a good kick by Hayes. Sends the ball up. It's headed backwards by Hudson. Zacharias is back there. Gets the ball out to the right side there. Number 19 for Hudson is Gavin Jacobson into the game. Good to see Solom empty his bench and get everybody a little bit of time here. Larea gets the ball out to Biederman on the right side. Biederman trying to get it into Tristan Beyer. Number 1, Luke Johnson on the left side there almost had an opportunity as the ball crossed all the way across the box there. Johnson's going to take this throw for the Hudson Raiders. Nemi Spasic there, number 16, into the play. Number 20, Tristan Beyer there with the ball. Sends it back to Prater, number 2. Prater with the ball in open space. Lifts it up and over to the right side to Zach Biederman. Biederman heads the ball down, but it goes to the right side and outside of the post. And it'll be another goal kick for the North Huskies. Hudson dominating the play here at 5-0 in the game. North's best scoring opportunity happened on a casual play that the Hudson defenders and goalkeeper gave up on, thinking the ball would go wide of the post, and it hit the darn post and bounced right back out into the front of the goal box. Had North been aware of anything, they'd have had somebody coming in on a rebound there, and had Hudson been aware, they would have stopped the ball before it almost went into the corner of the goal. North takes the free kick here, headed by Colton Prater. Tristan Beyer sends the ball out to the area occupied by Nemi Spasic. And Quaranta sends the ball out of bounds under the pressure by Spasic, and Hudson gets the throw, and Luke Johnson takes the throw. Goes to Colton Prater. Prater gets the ball to Newton, and Newton from the right foot puts the ball over to the left foot, tries to get it over to Spasic. Ball slides through to Luke Johnson. Luke Johnson with the left foot crosses the goal box there. Biederman nor Tristan Byer could get a head on it there. Ball goes all the way out the end line, and that's going to be a goal kick for the North Huskies. Nearing the last few minutes and seconds of this game here. 5-0 lead by the Hudson Raiders over the North Huskies, and the busiest man for the Huskies, Jordan Hayes, will take another free kick. Podolak sends the ball up way too far, Jack Gallagher trying to make a play on that ball. Holy smokes, there needs to be better communication there, and you can see Dylan kind of barking at Gallagher again. There's got to be communication of whose ball it is, and if Gallagher's going to take the ball, he's the king. You always listen to the goalkeeper first. So Gallagher sends that ball up and in. Spasic near the ball. Luke Johnson heads the ball down to Byer. Byer gets the ball in but can't control it. Dylan Ferreira there. Dylan, one of the only starters that's still in the game right now. Here's Spasic with a little bit of a breakaway again. Crosses it to the center. Byer can't control that ball, and North clears it out of bounds. Good opportunity for Spasic and Byer there. Just can't quite control the ball to get a scoring opportunity. That's the end of the game, folks. Hudson takes care of business today with a 5-0 win over the Eau Claire North Huskies in this Big Rivers Conference competition here. And good game played by the Hudson Raiders there. Could have easily been a 9 or 10-0 game. You see the referees walking to the center line there and congratulating each other after a great game called. Really was a pretty good game called by these officials. Nothing too much that I could object to or Coach Solom could object to. So you see Hudson there congratulating each other at the end of the game here. Another good game for the Hudson Raiders. They're still undefeated in Big Rivers Conference play. Dylan Ferreira, senior captain, leading the handshake line to the officiating crew. And good sportsmanship there shown by the Hudson Raiders. Coach Solom following up the rear there with Chase Blackman, and they'll shake the hands of the Eau Claire North Huskies and head home. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you again. It's a 5-0 win by the by Hudson over the Eau Claire North Huskies. This is Knute Johnson signing off for Hudson Raiders Soccer.